Thank you. Hi, I'm Chris. This is Neil. We're from Adobe, and we are excited to be here today. I want to start by asking you a couple questions. How consistent and personalized is your customer experience? How does that consistency maintain itself across multiple channels? Do you know what's working and what's not working? Well, we're going to cover these questions in the next 7 minutes and give you our vision for the connected customer experience. An experience that's going to start maybe on a website or a mobile app, but it's going to get into less flashier but critical areas like applications, forms, and documents. Neil is going to demonstrate our new Adobe Experience Manager Forms solution and how it's going to make all of this a reality. Neil?
Thank you. So the first thing is, there's a couple of things we need to imagine. The first one is, I'm your prospective customer. The second thing is, I got a new job. And this new job actually entails a lot of travel. So I, like everyone else, love to rack up those rewards points, and I know the best way to do so is a new travel rewards credit card. So I'm spending a lot of time online these days researching credit cards, and I've really narrowed it down to 2. So here's the scenario. Every morning when I get to work, I scan the Wall Street Journal. So if you take a look behind me, there's an ad on the upper right-hand side of the screen for the exact same credit card that I've been researching over the last few days. Just an FYI, that's also being served up by Adobe technology. So I decide to pull the trigger. So I'm going to go ahead and apply for this card, enter my first name, and email address. Go ahead and hit next, choose my credit card, and then lo and behold, my new manager reaches out to me. Well, that obviously takes precedence over what I'm doing. So I'm going to decide to come back to this later and deal with this. So I'm just going to go ahead and come back later. And I'm going to go off and do what I need to. And when I switch over to my phone a little bit later on, I'm going to have the ability to then view this email and continue this application. So the time has come. I can go ahead and then view the application. Let me go ahead and continue that application. Go ahead and resume. And this is important. So the first thing is, this is the exact same application that I started on a moment ago. This is a responsive design of the same page. So all it's asking me to do at this point is confirm the previous interactions. Now, this particular third screen allows me to enter my driver's license information, which I'm reaching for, but what it's allowing me to do is actually take an image of the barcode on the back of my driver's license. Let me get a good shot of that. All right, I can use that photo. And what it's going to do, while it's processing this, it's actually going to take my information, embed it into the form, and all of this is actually being done server-side. None of this information is going out to a third party. So all that PII information is actually being done through a service within the solution. Go ahead and hit next, and you'll notice that my date of birth is also in there. So I just need to actually add a few other little things like my employer and my current income, and next, and that's it. I'm done. So I'll go ahead and submit this. Now, the key here is we're not really done, right? You want to get to the next stage of this. So the entire application process took me less than 3 minutes. But how do we continue that engagement with the customer? So the first thing that happens is within the onboarding process, or the first 90 days, we want to connect with that customer in 2 ways. The first thing is send them a welcome kit. And in this welcome kit, we have the ability to then connect a number of things. The first one is showing them the benefits of the card they just received. Also the ability to add on an additional individual onto that card. Now, how do we continue that retention on a monthly basis? We want to really be able to utilize that statement that they receive every month. And you want to be able to view that statement in such a way that's fully interactive, that's highly visual, and really allows the individual to see what they're doing on a regular basis, but also giving you an opportunity to offer up additional offers. So you can see that this is highly visible. I have a beautiful sunburst chart that just shows me my immediate spending. I have a couple of options for things like Pay Now as well as FlexPay. So if I hit FlexPay, you'll see I'll be able to amortize those large particular purchase items over X number of months over additional interest rates.
So think about something as common as welcome kits and statements and how we're making those experiences that much more richer and personalized. So Neil, for the folks in the room that would actually be using this solution, what would be their perspective? What would they see?
So you know what? Let me just show you. So if everybody in the room, if you take a look behind me, you'll notice a beautiful visual analytics report. This is the data that's being collected on the device and the application, as well as the page itself. So you'll have the ability to view conversions, unique visitors, submissions. You can build a custom dashboard around this analytics. It's really impressive what you can do at that level. But let's take this even a step deeper. Let's take a look at the ability to drill down into the fields within that application, because this is where the conversion actually occurs, and you have the ability to drive that application here. Now, what we can do with that data is actually drive an A/B test, and that A/B test is pulling the segments from that data. And now I want to be clear, once you have the results of that A/B test, with a simple click of a single button, without having to rewrite any code, you can push that winner to that segment for all future connections from those individuals in that segment.
So it's unlikely that you're getting that type of insight from your application experience today. I would say that it probably takes you months to make changes like that, but imagine the business impact if you could technically do it in minutes. That is the connected customer experience. It's critical to keep in mind that this is not some discrete or separate software that you're going to have to learn, integrate, and manage. How forms get created and measured and optimized is the same underlying Adobe Marketing Cloud technology that the vast majority of financial institutions are using today. So if you think about it more broadly, how banners get targeted, how emails get sent, how websites get measured, how mobile apps get created, and now how forms become responsive and adaptive, and how statements become personalized, are all using an integrated platform where data and content is shared. And folks, that is the only way you are going to connect the customer experience. Thank you.
Thank you.